All clear for the first. Off and racing. Happy Summer got away to lead in the early stages with Fingar dropping across their heels. And it's Happy Summer in front of Darahim as they settle down. Strikeforce out wide a third. Just behind those is Sedation, being followed by Freeman. Huntingfield on the inside. A length and a half to Carolina Moon and 2 to Fingar when they go to the 1,000 metres. And it's Happy Summer setting up play. About a length clear on Darahim second. Huntingfield went through on the rails to third. Strikeforce is trapped wide. Then Freeman the centre, a length. Sedation third from last. Carolina Moon behind him, and Fingar will save for one rush at them as they went by the 800. Happy Summer in front by a half a length to Darahim. Third is Huntingfield. Then Strikeforce the outside and Freeman in the centre. A length and a half Sedation trailed by Carolina Moon and 2 Fingar when they go by the 600. Happy Summer just in front of Darahim, who's edged a little closer ahead between the first two. Strikeforce third, Huntingfield fourth, Freeman ridden along next, and then Sedation, Carolina Moon and Fingar 7 off the leader as they swing for home. Happy Summer first around the bend against the rail in front of Darahim. Strikeforce, Freeman out wider, next Sedation. Heading to the 200, Happy Summer in front. He leads more than a length, Darahim. The riders had to go for the whip there. Strikeforce is next, and then Sedation. They haven't taken a lot of ground off the leader. Happy Summer in front. Sedation starting to lift with Freeman, and Darahim coming in the middle now. Across the track, Darahim in the centre, grabbed them and might have won. Darahim the middle, Sedation out wider, and then Happy Summer on the rails, and a good finish to it. Freeman just behind them, and then Fingar, Huntingfield, and they were trailed in by Carolina Moon, and Strikeforce dropped out last. Judge will need the camera in the first. Happy Summer. Now Dance Parade moved into the outside stall in the 1,200 metres chute, and they're locked away and ready to go. Set. Racing now. Queen won the jump clearly down in gate number 3, pinged away very well. El Herria and Star of Brocco both began quickly, and Dance Parade from the outside gate is going forward as well. Mrs. Tendulkar settling about middle of the field, drifting back through the pack. Going by the 1,000 metres now, and Dance Parade from the outside gate had gone up to join Queen on the rail. El Herria deep out is in third placing. Star of Brocco the centre, and Gold Duo down near the inside. Wonder Flash Trash. Then Mrs. Tendulkar improving again. 2 lengths away, Miss Bikini. She's followed then by back behind those horses over on the inside is Gondwana and Zorica's Edge, and then Drury's Classic, and looking forward last of all. Queen had railed up and led by a neck as they came around the home turn. It's Queen on the inside, a narrow leader when they swing around the bend. On the outside of it is Dance Parade into the straight. Gold Duo hooking out. Then Mrs. Tendulkar deeper out, followed by El Herria, but Queen down to the 200 has the measure of Dance Parade, who's under the whip. Here's Mrs. Tendulkar running on well. Queen with 150 to go, the leader. Mrs. Tendulkar 2 lengths astern is trying hard. Queen still in front, 50 out. She's 2 lengths in front, and Queen will be too speedy. Ran the 1,200 right out, and Queen won it well from Mrs. Tendulkar. Dance Parade third. Then a gap in the field to Gold Duo fourth, followed by Star of Brocco, Flash Trash and Drury's Classic finishing together in front of Miss Bikini. A break then to El Herria, trailed further back by Zorica's Edge, and then came looking forward and dropping right out Gondwana. Victory for number 1 Queen, ridden by Craig Williams. She flew out of the stalls. She goes 1,400. Lady Marion has the inside. They're set to run. Racing now. Good start too, and Intelligent, one of the first to bounce out of the gates. Away quickly, Petagina taking over the running early. Camarga's up there with Lady Marion. Swanette is drifting back third or fourth last. They've gone 250. Petagina leads. About a length Intelligent. Camarga's third from Lady Marion on the rails, and Lone Cypress out 3 wide. 2 lengths further back is Penny Arcade, a length and a half to Swanette, and then Peekaboo and Mirror Image last of all. About 900 to go, and Petagina almost a length up on Intelligent second. Lone Cypress moving up wide to third. Camarga's in the centre, and Lady Marion's on the rail. 2 lengths to Penny Arcade. About 2.5 behind those is Swanette, and she's trailed by Peekaboo, and 2 to Mirror Image. Heading up the side now near the 600 metres, and Petagina in front of Intelligent and Camargue with Lone Cypress out wide. She's been deep the whole trip. A length and a half away, Lady Marion fifth on the rail before the turn. There's Swanette starting a run from Penny Arcade, Peekaboo, and Mirror Image is 4 lengths last. Can't get out of her own way today as they corner Petagina Gina in front of Intelligent. Camargue swung a bit wide on the turn, and Lady Marion's got to run through to go after these leaders. Gina with Intelligent coming at her, and then Lady Marion. Down the outside is Swanette. Camargue can't go on, and then Peekaboo. Intelligent with 120 to go, the leader, but Lady Marion's coming home well. Lady Marion moved up to Intelligent, took the lead now. Lady Marion's got her head in front. A soft ride, and Lady Marion wins it by a head to Intelligent. Over 2 lengths, Swanette in third placing, in front of Gina, Peekaboo, and then Camargue, trailed by Mirror Image. Lone Cypress dropping out to run second last, and about 8 or 9 lengths away is Penny Arcade at the back. Lady Marion, the winner, number 3, ridden by Kieran Mack. Off. Check Ruler, one of the first to bounce out. Sir Muller missed it a little again today. He's drifting towards the tail. Vigil was away well. Checkmore drives up on the fence at the 800. Checkmore leads from his half-brother Check Ruler, and Vigil on the outside goes up fast and actually runs to the lead now. They're followed further back by Amber Run, running fifth over on the inside, trailed by Immigrant. Back behind those, Gallady going forward. Immigrant just got a little check there. Then River Affair, and Sir Muller's awkwardly placed his last on the inside. These two have kicked away at the 400. Vigil on the outside, and Checkmore 4 or 5 on Amber Run and Gallady. Then Sir Muller getting up on the inside, and the Grey River Affair out wide. Immigrants virtually last as they get towards the 200. Checkmore the rail with Vigil coming at him very fast. Amber Run's in the clear and coming home. Vigil with 100 metres to go, the leader, with Amber Run coming home well. And Checkmore trying to rally. River Affair's flashing through the grey. Vigil just in front of Amber Run, who lunges, and River Affair, maybe Amber Run. From River Affair, who's flashed home along the inside. Photo between them, and Vigil just weakening on his run third. Then Checkmore, followed by Gallady and Immigrant out wide. Sir Muller, who missed the start, and the bad last in it was Check Ruler. Stand by for numbers here again. Judge has been... Here's Litmus coming in. Mac the Knife, the New Zealander, drawn the outside. Settled into the gates, and the last one to move in will be Our Guided Missile. Takes up a middle gate. Episode on the inside. They're all in, set to run now for the Easter Cup. Royal Caliph, best tried in it, drawn barrier number 3. Set, all clear through, and they're away in the Easter Cup. Caught them pretty well, with Evocative dropping out soon after the start. Episode, one of the first to bounce out from Married Poor Dancing Sculptor. Babetto out wide as Cerberus booting up, and so is Buster Jones, caught about 5 wide into the first turn. In behind them, Our Guided Missile, Jamestown, followed then by Mr. Bombastic, is also on the improve. A break to Sky Trist, Litmus, followed by Royal Caliph, Lady Elsie, Mac the Knife, Ekalaka, and Evocative as last of all. Pace of plenty by the 1400. Buster Jones the inside, with Cerberus taking him on now, looking for the front on the outside. They lead by a length and a half to Dancing Sculptor, who's up third on the outside of Episode, who's fourth, and then Babetto trapped out a little from Merit Poor, Our Guided Missile the rail. A length further back as Mr. Bombastic, 2 to Jamestown. A length and a half further back in the field, Royal Caliph with Skytress going up on his outside, and then Mac the Knife well back as Lady Elsie. 2 lengths away in the field is Litmus, Ekalaka, and a couple of Evocative by the 1,000 metres, where Babetto, a new leader. Babetto took over the running by a length and a half to Cerberus. Buster Jones a length and a half away third. Episode fourth on the inside of Dancing Sculptor. Mr. Bombastic trapped out. Our Guided Missile behind them on the rail from Married Poor, Sky Trist. Mac the Knife right off the track around Jamestown. Royal Caliph down on the inside from Ekalaka, and they're followed in a bunching field by Lady Elsie. Litmus next to last, and Evocative by the 600. Mr. Bombastic, despite racing wide, has gone up to head Babetto, and in third placing then Buster Jones. Married Poor is next, and there's Mac the Knife starting to circle the field before the turn. Royal Caliph getting up behind them, making ground as they corner, where Babetto is kicking back again to join Mr. Bombastic. Royal Caliph's got right up behind them to challenge in third placing. Wider out here's Lady Elsie putting in her challenge, and Litmus is down the outside from Evocative at the 200. Royal Caliph, Mr. Bombastic with Lady Elsie joining in, and Litmus down the outside. Lady Elsie, Royal Caliph and Litmus out wider. 3 across the track. Litmus going home the better. He's put his nose in front of Bob and Go between him. Litmus maybe from Lady Elsie. Royal Caliph close up. Then Evocative and Ekalaka. Our Guided Missile in Jamestown, followed by Mr. Bombastic, Skytress, Mac the Knife. Episode next, followed in by Babetto. Long break, Buster Jones, Married Poor, Dancing Sculptor and Cerberus. Photo, Litmus on the outside, might just get this one from Lady Elsie. Judge. Ready to go. Off now. Favourite Honour the Name might have missed it about a half length or so down in gate number 2. Well, Rico was one of the first to bound away. Fabiano's son and Julius on the outside is heading for the front. Julius led now. Fabiano's son is second. Rackaban improving out wider. Got to the third placing, and then old Rico. They're trailed by Real Jester down on the inside of Anarchy Walk. A length further back, Geronimo Run. They're trailed by Honour the Name, who's got back after an awkward beginning. Gotham Ruler, Prize Fighter. And at the tail end of the field there is Grand Parade before the turn, and Julius just led from Rackaban the outside, and Fabiano's son is a handy third from Real Jester getting up on the inside, then Anarchy Walk and Ulrico as they swing the corner, and then Honour the Name. Julius kicked away by 2 lengths, but Real Jester's closing after him now. Then Rackaban battling from Ulrico, and Honour the Name switching to the inside. Julius led 100 metres to go. Real Jester more than 2 lengths away. Julius in front of Real Jester, and Honour the Name rattling through. Julius in front, he's pretty tight. Honour the Name squeezing up on the inside, and Real Jester, but Julius lasts to win. Either Real Jester or Honour the Name for the minors, and then Geronimo Run coming home solidly, followed by Grand Parade, and behind them were Rackaban, Fabiano's son Ulrico, Anarchy Walk, Gotham Ruler and Prize Fighter. Julius is led aside. Field is ready to go. Off at the 1400, Jingle Bells winning the start from Rustic Cell. Burning Clay got away well. Flame of Atlanta's up there in the early part from Darting Princess, who jumped nicely, easing back with Lady Julie on her outside. When they went through the first 200 metres here, still a line of about 3 with Burning Clay deep out, working to the lead. Jingle Bells will let her go and sit second. Rustic Cell is third. Lady Julie moved up fourth. The grey outside, Flame of Atlanta, 2 Darting Princess. They're followed by Wellington Dreamer down on the inside, being trailed further back by Hit and Run out wider. They're trailed then by Viennetta in the all-white going past the 800 and Cheetah's Cash. Up the side, Burning Clay about a length and a quarter clear. Jingle Bells is second, 2 lengths away is Rustic Cell. Lady Julie is fourth, Darting Princess fifth out wide from Flame of Atlanta, Hit and Run and 4 Survival in that bunch. A length further back is Cheetah's Cash, and then came Wellington Dreamer getting through along the inside of Viennetta. Burning Clay led Jingle Bells, ridden along at the 400, and then Rustic Cell followed by Flame of Atlanta. Darting Princess and Hit and Run swinging wide. Round the turn, Burning Clay first for home from Rustic Cell. Jingle Bells is next, and then Flame of Atlanta past the 200 metres, and Burning Clay about 2 lengths in front of Rustic Cell, trying hard, and then Flame of Atlanta. Burning Clay with 100 to go in front of Rustic Cell and Flame of Atlanta. Burning Clay the leader, she's 2 lengths clear and gets the money. Burning Clay from Rustic Cell second, and Flame of Atlanta third. Jingle Bells fourth, followed by Hit and Run, 4 Survival, and back behind those Cheetah's Cash, trailed by Darting Princess, who was never in it. Wellington Dreamer well back. Lady Julie towards the tail of the field, and Viennetta last in. Burning Clay the winner. She didn't want anything to do with it. All clear through, racing now. And Ascot, one of the first to bounce out ahead of Quencher, who began quickly, and also 1,000 Reasons is up in the first 4 or 5 settling down. Danacaba's going forward as they go through the first 200 metres now, and so is Shining Path on the outside, a passing shot. So now as they settle fully, and Shining Path actually is back beyond midfield. He's got 4 behind him. Past the 1200, Ascot led Quencher. And in third placing, Passing Shot, who's working hard. Danacaba's also up there. Gee, the pace is right on here, and the outside horse is working very, very hard. At the 1,000, a break of about 3 or 4 lengths to 1,000 Reasons, and then Normandy. 2 lengths away, Bombaleo on the outside of Shining Path, and then 2.5 lengths behind them, Brorama Star, George's Magic, and Blue Murder as they went by the 800. And Danacaba has been working pretty hard. He found the lead. Passing Shot is on his outside in second placing. Ascot is third. Quencher is fourth, and then Normandy creeping around them, getting closer. Bombaleo a length and a half away, followed by 1,000 Reasons. He's losing ground on the inside. Shining Path and Brorama Star are starting runs, and then came George's Magic and Blue Murder. So 1,000 Reasons has dropped out last at the turn, where Danacaba is the leader. Normandy coming after it. Wider out, Shining Path is starting to emerge with his run. He's coming home well. He and Normandy brushed at the top of the straight. Danacaba the leader near the 200. Normandy coming at it with Shining Path. The gap, Bombaleo Bombaleo. Brarama Star and Blue Murder out wide, but Shining Path has taken the lead with about 50 metres to go. Burst away from Bombaleo and Blue Murder down the outside, but Shining Path takes out the last well. Shining Path first, Bombaleo second, and third goes to Blue Murder out wide in front of Danakaba, who's done pretty well actually. He worked very, very hard. Then Normandy, a gap Brarama Star, George's Magic, 1,000 Reasons, and then a break in the field to Ascot and Passing Shot, which dropped out of course with Quencher finishing last of all. Shining Path winning the last for Travis Creek. Had a good run off the pace. The 6 runners here. Light goes on. Rivitar bounded around